Coming up on This Week in Torrance.
A local organization is giving children in need a chance to have healthy meals even when they're not in school. We'll tell you what you can do to help.
And if you received a suspicious call claiming to be from the Torrance Fire Department, we'll tell you what you can do to avoid getting scammed.
Then hundreds came out to honor men and women in uniform as we celebrate Fleet Week. We'll take you there.
Plus, yogis practice the art in an unlikely place. These stories and much more just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories.
The city's most popular park will soon have some new features. City officials announced renovations are underway for a new playground at Charles Wilson Park. The project includes the replacement of playground equipment, new concrete pathways, an updated sandbox, and a shaded bench area. There will be a rock climbing wall, swing set, and a teeter tunnel. Signs have been posted at the park, and updates about the project is being posted on social media. Work will continue for another 3 weeks.
The Torrance Farmers Market is looking to add new staff, and we're not talking about vendors. The Torrance Farmers Market is hiring chefs to perform demonstrations as part of the federal grant program that the Torrance Certified Farmers Market received to promote and implement CalFresh EBT food stamps at the location. They are allowed 12 food demonstrations over a 3-year period, which allows 4 demos per year. The positions are paid, and the chefs will teach customers how to cook with produce from the market on a CalFresh EBT budget, which is about $640 a month for a family of 4. Now, if you're interested in being a chef at the market, contact Brian Johnson at bjohnson@torranceca.gov.
It may have been your lucky day if you were one of nearly 24 pulled over recently and only given a warning. The department conducted another high visibility enforcement, which includes education as well as enforcement. This time, the focus was at the Del Amo Boulevard between Hawthorne and Van Ness Avenue. This was prompted by the Torrance Police Department receiving several reports of traffic concerns in the area. 21 drivers were given warnings, 9 drivers cited for speeding, 3 drivers were cited for using a cell phone while driving, and 10 for not obeying posted signs. High visibility enforcement is a universal traffic safety approach designed to create a deterrence and change unlawful traffic behaviors.
A local organization is looking for donations to ensure kids across the South Bay aren't missing meals. The Volunteer Center South Bay Harbor Long Beach is currently restocking their pantry that provides bags of food to students and families that are part of their Food for Kids program. Now, as the school season kicks off, this ensures every child has a meal over the weekend when they're not in school. They recently updated their shelf-stable shopping list and are looking for items like cereal, granola bars, canned fruit, raisins, applesauce, peanut butter, soup, chili, rice, just to name a few. The Food for Kids program assists low-income students during the weekend. The donation-driven food pantry provides bags of non-perishable food and nutrition handouts to selected elementary schools in the center's service area every week. Volunteers assemble and deliver bags of food filled with items to make 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners for each child. Donations are accepted Monday through Friday between 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. The Volunteer Center is located at 1230 Cravens Avenue.
A large project is making progress in the community by fixing infrastructure and saving trees. The Downtown Active Transportation Improvement Project has repaired a sidewalk on Arlington Avenue, pictured here. Staff says it's an example of an angled sidewalk that is constructed to go around an existing mature tree to preserve it. Nearly 120 existing trees on the project will be protected through the use of angled sidewalks. The purpose of the project is to enhance pedestrian and bicycle use in the historic downtown Torrance area. The project will remove and replace damaged sidewalks, driveways, alley approaches, curbs, traffic signing, and striping. The project is set to be completed by May 2019.
A foundation supporting the staff and students of the Torrance Unified School District celebrates a milestone. Torrance Education Foundation celebrated its 25th year. It's considered the primary philanthropic partner of the Torrance Unified School District. 50,000 students have graduated from the school district, with more than 23,000 enrolled in school this year. The community came together to create the foundation to ensure students in Torrance have more resources to learn, more opportunities to explore new knowledge, and more chances to be successful. During the 2017 to 2018 academic year, $50,000 in grants supported 65 STEM-related learning projects in the district.
Thanks to a local Torrance Eagle Scout, an iconic part of Wilson Park was restored. Connor Mabey from Eagle Scout Troop 254 in Torrance and others helped renovate the red car located near the Southern California Live Steamers mini railroad tracks at Wilson Park. Mabey preserved the interior of the car by using a method called mothballing. This is one of the projects that is getting the car closer to being fully restored. The Eagle Scout was able to close up the red car and avoid any holes or damages.
Well, still ahead, Labor Day weekend event takes over the Los Angeles port, and we will take you there.
Plus, you can get customized glasses in just 30 minutes at a new store on the boulevard.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Did you find it? Elbows up.
You taught him how to hit a baseball,
Just like that. Say hi!
how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
The third annual Fleet Week at the Port of Los Angeles gave the Southland the opportunity to see what life is like on the high seas. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Abbie Gremillion has the story.
Sailors in white peppered the decks of U.S. and Canadian ships at the Port of Los Angeles for Fleet Week 2018. But the importance of Fleet Week is more than just a free tour of a military ship on Labor Day weekend.
Organization, or maybe even any company or agency, it's good to have public relation and to be familiar with the going on, especially for the taxpayers. It's definitely an important insight for them.
If you don't come from a military background, you don't understand everything that's going on. So it's important for things like this to happen so that they know we're normal people just like them, but we just have a different career choice.
Being able to show people what we do and what it's like to live on a ship. It's not every day you get to come on board a warship.
And for representatives of the Canadian Navy, Fleet Week has even more of a significance.
The reception we've had here in Los Angeles and the surrounding area so far has been phenomenal. Everyone's been really happy to see us in town in our whites.
The ships available for tour this year, the USS Dewey and the Royal Canadian Navy Ottawa, showed off their capabilities.
So this ship is it's a frigate, so primarily used as a picket for other ships. So we'll go out and we'll defend the main force, whether that's from aircraft, submarines, which has been one of our specialties for a long time, or other ships, and kind of provide a fuller understanding to the task group. We can also operate by ourselves, which is a lot more we're doing in today's day and age, doing boarding operations, counter piracy, and stuff like that all over the world.
Our role is to protect the United States first.
A reaction of the community on the tours has reminded our brave service members that the public has the utmost respect and amazement for what they do, and that as big as the world is, it can be very small.
Everybody's pretty much excited. They just, sometimes it's a first for a few people, but at the same time, they love it. And I don't mind showing them things that they don't see on a day-to-day basis.
A little kid came up and was telling me that it looked like a spaceship.
When people see the ship for the first time, mainly they're smiling. I mean, you definitely see this kind of permanent smile on their face.
The reactions on people's faces are great. Some people have never seen a Navy ship, some people never been on one. Talking to a lady, turns out we're like 20 minutes away.
People who attended Fleet Week festivities loved being able to show their support for those who are willing to give their all for the freedom we love, and use it as a teachable moment for their children.
It's very important for all the local cities to come out and participate because you've got thousands of sailors are here, They get to come and see the South Bay.
He's really interested in this battleship, so he just decided to come out today. Just maybe if he wants to go into the military when he gets older.
You like the big ships?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
The gun.
The guns. Which one?
That big one?
A weekend for the Southland to honor those who are willing to give their all. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Abbie Gremillion.
Thank you, Abbie. Fleet Week was made possible by the efforts of Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti, who is a U.S. Navy reservist.
Well, the local brewery is catching on to a unique fitness trend. Anthony Chirdelli, sports desk reporter, tells us all about it.
Drop your foot down and then lift.
When you think of yoga, what comes to mind? Fitness? Relaxation? Stretching? Maybe pain? Well, how about beer? It might be an odd concept, but Brewery Yoga is blowing up, including in Torrance, where once a month, people gather at Shoal Brewery for a yoga class. After class, students enjoy some beer with friends. Raz Rauf, creator of the Brewery Yoga company Downward Grog, saw an opportunity to make yoga a more social activity.
My goal is to get you from your yoga mat to your beer mat as quickly as possible. There's always so many people at yoga classes that you never really connect with, and so I thought, what better way to do it than mix the two together.
Research has found that men tend to shy away from yoga. A 2016 study by the Yoga Journal found that 72% of yogis are women. But Brewery Yoga helps alleviate the anxiety that men seem to have towards the activity, and it adds an extra incentive to try it. Ralph has found it is more popular with men than other classes he's been to. Lisa Saubert is one of Downward Grog's instructors. She finds the atmosphere in a brewery much more inviting.
I like it. You know, it's different. I love going to studios too, but this is a much less intimidating environment. We get a lot of people that are new to yoga or have never done yoga. It's fun for everybody.
Michael Phillips and his wife Victoria are regulars at Shoal Brewery, but this is his first time practicing yoga. Michael's motivation to try it was pretty obvious.
She didn't think I was serious about it, and this morning she's like, "Do you really want to go?" And I was like, "Not really." She's like, "Well, I'll pay for it and first round's on me." I was like, "All right, fine." Just yoga, I probably wouldn't have come.
You might have heard of beer league softball or hockey. Well, this is kind of like that, only people aren't competing against each other. And they still get the added benefits of yoga even if they're drinking beer at the end, which can include things like added strength and flexibility, which I'm clearly struggling with right now.
It was tough. It was definitely more of a workout than I expected it to be, especially wrists. Because it works things a little differently and stretches me out, it's definitely a good workout. I was pouring sweat pretty good.
Yoga's strength and flexibility benefits are being utilized by pro athletes. New Laker LeBron James has practiced yoga for years, and other pros in sports like football and hockey are also rolling out their own yoga mats. But here at Shoal Brewery, the chances to get together and have fun are the biggest draw.
Well, I like being with, I like the beer, but that's why I came. But I like being with the girls. It's fun.
I like the atmosphere. It's a really different experience than being in a yoga studio. It's airy, it's open, you get the fresh air, it's hip.
With new breweries popping up throughout the area, you might have a chance to try yoga and beer yourself sometime. At Shoal Brewery in Torrance, I'm Anthony Chirdelli for the Sports Desk.
Thanks, Anthony. Shoal Brewery hosts a 75-minute yoga class every month.
Torrance Animal Control is partnering up with other organizations to help furry friends find their forever homes. On Saturday, September 29th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., the Torrance Police Department will partner with Gone to the Dogs Rescue and the Los Angeles County Animal Care and Control to help shelter pets find new homes. It will take place at the Torrance Animal Control Facility located at 2200 Jefferson Street in Torrance. Animal control officers will also be on hand for pet licensing. In just less than 30 minutes, a new eyewear store can customize a pair of new glasses for you. Jen's Eyewear celebrated its grand opening at the Del Amo Fashion Center recently. Attendees were able to try on the various frames that start at just $60. Japanese Eye Brand was founded in 2011 with 4 United States stores, making Del Amo its 5th location. Customers can also receive their prescription glasses and select from more than 1,200 designs, which are all made in Tokyo. Jens also has a corporate social responsibility program called Cases for Causes, where the company collaborates with nonprofits and design cases inspired by their mission. They are located on the upper level near Din Tai Fung.
A big-name retailer is giving Nintendo fans an exclusive experience. Best Buy announced that new demo events for upcoming Nintendo Switch exclusive Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will be coming to select stores starting next week, including the Best Buy right here in Torrance, located on Pacific Coast Highway. The special event locally takes place over the weekend of September 15th and 16th. It will offer customers a chance to get their hands on the game prior to its launch later this year. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is scheduled to release on December 4th via Nintendo Switch.
Honda built one of its largest renewable energy installations in the world right here in Torrance. Reporter Louis Tran tells us more.
After 2.5 years, the Honda Torrance campus now has more than 6,000 solar panels. Honda manager Chris Martin believes that renewable energy can go beyond the company and help achieve something much greater.
It makes me proud. We have windmills and solar panels at other facilities in the U.S., so it's great to bring this technology to Torrance.
Honda built one of the largest corporate-owned solar panels in Southern California. The project aims to help Honda achieve its goal to reduce half its total CO2 emissions by 2050.
Right here in Torrance, Southern California is one of the sunniest places in all of the world. And so naturally, it's a very good fit to put solar at our facility here.
The 6,222 panels will help power 20 to 75% of the campus buildings.
To give you a sense of the size and scale of it, it's about 10 football fields.
On the weekends when we're not using a lot of electricity here, essentially that energy is being pumped back into the grid, and all the local homes and communities, they're getting green energy.
The solar panels also benefit Honda's EV charging stations. These stations are completely supported by the solar panels, and any Honda employee can use them for their personal use.
It provides enough parking spaces for a bunch of our employees to charge every day.
It's a good example for associates to follow in whatever personal way we can to do our part as well.
The eco-friendly system is one of Honda's many ongoing projects to reduce its carbon footprint.
We'll continue to propose additional renewable projects both here on this project, in this community, and in our society in order to meet our goals and society's goals.
Martin has been personally using the same technology for the past 10 years. He hopes Honda's efforts will inspire his community to follow and do the same.
We'll hopefully inspire other people to do it as well and save money and reduce their impact on the environment.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Louis Tran.
Thanks, Louis. Honda is continuing to expand its solar panels to other Honda campuses across the United States.
The Torrance Library had a spike in readers this summer. City Librarian Hillary Thayer says the summer reading program was a huge success as the team expanded the program from 7 to 10 weeks. They also added an online participation component and made the program more inclusive. Anyone was able to register for the reading program, from elementary students, adults, and people with developmental or learning disabilities. This marked the most registrations and completions than ever before. More than 9,200 people registered for the program, and more than 3,500 people completed their reading and learning goals. To learn more about the programs offered at Torrance Library, go to library.torranceca.gov.
The Torrance Fire Department is warning people about a scam. If you receive a phone call by an individual requesting donations to assist with fire training and equipment needs, hang up. The Torrance Fire Department says they have received many phone calls by local residents bringing this scam to their attention. Assistant Fire Chief Steve Tresca said they ran a Google search on the number and found that more than 200 people have looked into verifying its legitimacy. The fire department staff continues to look into the scam.
Toyota recalled more than 200,000 cars after a dangerous finding. The Japanese automaker says there is a defect in the engine wire harness attached to the car's power control unit that could cause a fire in the Toyota Prius. The recall covers certain versions of the model year 2016 through 2018. Now, according to Trade Journal Automotive News, the defect is part of a broader global recall affecting more than 1 million cars. Dealers will inspect and repair for free, and customers will be notified directly if they are affected. If the wire core is exposed, the technicians will replace it with a new one that has a protective sleeve. If it's not exposed, they will install protective tape. For more information, go to toyota.com/recall.
Torrance Memorial Medical Center is taking care of its tiniest patients in a new facility. August 23rd was the official move-in date as Torrance Memorial Medical Center relocated its neonatal intensive care unit to a new location on campus. The relocation is part of a $40 million renovation of the Hunt Patient Tower. The former NICU was formerly located on 2 separate floors in the campus's original patient tower. It had an open pod model where all of the infants were cared for in the same room. Now the new facility has 25 private rooms, each outfitted to provide a complete range of newborn intensive care and is large enough to accommodate a newborn's family. It also has space for them to remain and sleep in the room 24/7. Staff says by providing neonatal care in the Level 2 NICU, sick newborns rarely require transport to distant regional medical centers. On move-in day, 10 patients were relocated to the new tower. And here are some upcoming events. The Super Dimension Convention is coming to Torrance on Saturday, September 15th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. It will be a day filled with macross and more. For tickets, go to sdcon.ticketleap.com. Then on Sunday, September 16th, the Torrance South Bay YMCA is presenting Music is in the Air at a private residence in Torrance from noon to 3 p.m. There will be music, cheese and wine tastings. There will be live entertainment by the Andy Hill and Renee Safier. For more information, call 310-602-4910. Now let's go out to the sports desk as we welcome some new faces.
Cedric and Danny, what's happening on the next sports desk?
Hey Torrance, here's what you'll see on this week's edition of the Sports Desk.
The return of high school football. Pioneer League is back in session.
We're going to show you what type of reality check our high school stars are getting at the collegiate level.
Plus water polo and Little League. So much to talk about this week.
Remember to watch the Sports Desk at 4 and 9:30 p.m. right here on Torrance CitiCABLE.
Jin and Ben, back to you.
Thanks so much, guys. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.